Well, good evening, my friend. Welcome, welcome. We are here tonight. It is Tuesday. It is time for your Mindset Coach session, where you come to get free advice, strategies, and tools to help you change your life, thinking about the things that are going on and where can you start to make a difference. All right, real quickly, hold on. I'm doing something crazy and I need to get to here real quickly. What I want you to know is tonight we are going to start talking about something that is of true essence and it's interesting. And I want you to think about it and we're going to process it and I'm going to offer it to you. Plus, I've got something so amazing to give you for free. All right, to give you for free at the end of this show tonight session. So make sure you say hello. I want to know that you are here and you are with me and in present and we are ready to rock and roll. So here's the first thing. I want to start off tonight with a quote. This is an amazing quote. I really like this. And so I'm going to kick it off tonight's mindset coaching session with this quote. Here's the quote. Life is a great big canvas and you should throw all the paint on it you can. All right, let me say that again. Life is a great big canvas and you should throw all the paint on it you can. The thing about that, it's so amazing because every day we start with a blank new canvas, right? I always talk about that every day. Yesterday is over with. Tomorrow is not here. All I have is right now. And what I put on that canvas today is going to prepare me for tomorrow. I am creating my future, right? And how do I do that? I take what I learned from the past, I push it forward with what I'm looking for the future. And then whatever I do today, my decisions, not my circumstances, my decisions create what I want in my future. Hello, Angie. It's good to see you, my friend. Hello. So that quote was from Danny Kaye. Life is a great big canvas and you should throw all the paint on it you can. Get creative, make it. So before I came on tonight, my husband and I were watching Kids Say the Darndest Thing. And there were these two young little girls and they looked like twins, but they were actually sisters. And what's interesting is the universe works in mysterious ways. When we were watching that, boom, their little message was tied into tonight's question that I'm going to ask you here in just a bit. And it ties into that. They were imagining, they asked them, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to become? And one of the girls was talking about working in outer space. She wanted to be an astronaut. She wanted to work in space. And it got me thinking about this question that I'm going to ask you about creating your amazing life. Did you know that you can live an amazing life? Right? No one needs to create that for you. You create it yourself. You want that amazing life? Well, tonight we're going to talk about how you can get there. We're going to process that. We're going to share in some ideas, all right? And I've got something for you at the end of the show that you can have for free that it can help you with creating that amazing life. And so when they asked that young lady, what is it that you want to do? It popped in my head about what we're going to talk about tonight, right? Creating that amazing life. Because when we were students, when we were younger children, when we were young, we had so much imagination that we wanted to do the most amazing things because life was an adventure. Anything was possible, right? Anything was possible until we started getting older. And then the world told us, others told us, this is how you have to be. This is who you have to be. And the thing about it is, no, you don't. All right, let's break that. No, you don't. You can be whatever you want to be. You are capable of anything and everything. You can have the amazing life. All right, so here's my question for you. Here it is. Do you want your loved one to spend their remaining lifetime with you just the way you are? Let me ask that question again. Do you want your loved one to spend their remaining lifetime with you just the way you are? If you are saying yes, you are on the right path. If you said no, well, my friend, here is where you're going to need to do the work. All right. When I heard that question, I really thought about it and it made me reflect. Now, remember, I don't know all the answers. I'm not the expert in it. I'm a learner. And when I work with you, I learn through you. You learn through me. We learn together. It is a partnership. It is not me being the expert. I am not, the man with all the answers, but we learn together. And so when I was thinking about this question and how I wanted to pose it tonight to the title about living that amazing life, because you are allowed, you should be living that amazing life, but it's all up to you, my friend. It is all up to you and how you want to create that amazing life. And we're going to dive into that, talking about some of the things that lead us to why we say we're not living that amazing life. All right, why we're not living that amazing life. So that question really got me thinking is, do you want your loved one to spend their remaining lifetime with you just the way you are? Again, if you said yes, you got something going, and we want to talk about that. But if you said no, this is where the work begins. I've got a story for you. So I read a story about this gentleman who he was great at what he did, right? He was in this business. He was an entrepreneur. He made great money, right? He was so successful. He was getting these achievements, these accolades. He was thriving. But, he never really stopped. He got so consumed, all right? He got so caught up that he did the things that we're going to talk about you don't need to do. And if you catch yourself saying these things, you're going to realize that this is where the work needs to begin. So he was living this life that were everything. And he always said, oh, I'll spend time with my children later. I will invest in my family someday. Someday I'm going to do this, right? Well, then his father fell ill. And when his father fell ill, this guy had built capital. This guy had become very wealthy. This guy had what he wanted in his dream. But was he living the amazing life? No, not at the time. So his father became ill. And his father had a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And the dad wanted some new pipes on it. Well, when his dad fell ill, life hit. Life screamed at this guy. So he went and bought the pipes for his dad because he found out that his dad wasn't going to live very longer. So he went out and spent $5,000 and bought the pipes for his dad's motorcycle. They put him on, and his dad got to ride the bike one time. He got to ride it once before he passed away. And that was the eye-opener for this man, right? Because he was consumed with the business. He was consumed with making money and building that wealth. Well, after that happened, he uses that memory, he uses that story to drive where he changed his life. He realized that, yes, it is great to put money in the bank. It is great to build your capital. It is great to build that savings. But money is currency, all right? And if you hear the word currency, it means current. It's got to flow. So he was building it, but he wasn't living the amazing life. So he became very open. He bought the waterfront home that him and his wife wanted. He did vacations with his children. He did so many amazing things. And when he got to that point where he felt that he needed to go back, because remember that our past loves to be present in our future or in our now, that it tries to pull us back like a rubber band and says, whoa, whoa, whoa. I need you back here where you were at because this is your comfort zone. When he had that moment where he heard his past coming into him and saying, you need to be a penny pincher with your money. He remembered the story about his dad and said, no, this is how I'm going to live. Because the thing is, the outcome is, I want my life to be an adventure. All right, that's what we want to talk about tonight. If you want to live your amazing life, you need to have the philosophy, you need to have the belief, and you need to have the mindset that your life is meant to be an adventure. All right, meant to be an adventure. Now, life is more than just achievements. And I'm going to get real vulnerable with you because this was an eye-opener about this, right? Life is more than just achievements. It is about the enjoyment of your life. Let me say that again. Life is more than just an achievement. It is the enjoyment of those achievements. So I've been really driven. I'm a very intrinsic driver of motivation. I don't need anyone to pump me up. I'm going to do it myself. But I can also be very hard. And I used to live off of my achievements. I went to college, got my degrees. And I said, okay, I've achieved those. And I live by those. And I said, those define me. Well, I've changed that mindset. Those achievements are part of my story because they allow me to enjoy them. Because of those achievements, I'm enjoying my life. I'm creating this amazing life. And that's what I want you to do. Don't get stuck in your accolades and your achievement and your awards and your titles. That's all they are labels. Yes, people love, okay, to thrive off of their titles. And I've met so many people who will tell you that their mindset, when they share about their title or their achievement, They're not living that. They're living the enjoyment of those achievements. They're living the most amazing life, right? They share those thoughts. They are living their most amazing life because they realize they found the secret to success in that is that the enjoyment of those achievements is what gives you that amazing life. Right? So it's more than just achievements. Life is more than just achievements, fans. Folks, it is, my friend, it is about the enjoyment. Now, here it is. This is where I fell into this. This is where I had to do a lot of the work in my mindset, right? When I come to you and share these stories, it's because I'm living through it. This is the stuff that I work on myself. I have my very own coach, right? They work through this. Success can be an addiction. How many times have you found yourself that you have to be successful? You have to get that honor. You have to get that award. You have to get that prestigious label. And then when you get it, oh, I've got to shoot for this one now. I've got to get that. And you can have, or I've got to take that course. This is my fault. This is where my thing is. When I started working and becoming a mindset coach, I was taking course after course after course. And I had a friend tell me, you've already got it. Stop digging into courses and thinking that you have to have those courses in order to be successful, because that's what it is. You're addicted to success through those courses and you're not doing the work, which is now I'm showing up. I'm doing what I've learned. I'm coming to you every Tuesday night with this. I'm working with people as their mindset coach and building it. Right? Because what happens when we allow success to become the addiction? Here it is. We focus on the wins. We're all about the sales. We're all about the awards. And sometimes we're all about the money. Those are driven for more. So the thing is, when we say that success can be an addiction, when we're looking, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you are a man or woman who is working hard, be careful. Don't let the success become an addiction. Make the enjoyment of that success become the addiction, right? The thing is, you can focus on wins. And you've heard a lot of athletes talk about this. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were sharing the story of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, right? And Kobe Bryant, when he won a championship or he won a game, they asked him, what are you going to do next? Now that you're a champion, he says, I'm getting up in the morning at 5 a.m. like I normally do, and I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the court and work. And they're like, aren't you going to celebrate? He goes, no. Why do I need to celebrate it? That was just, the win was a product of my hard work. I got to still continue doing my hard work. Just because I won doesn't mean I'm going to stop. No, I'm going to continue doing the same things. He goes, I might celebrate it later, but tomorrow I'm going to get up my normal routine in the morning, 5 a.m. and I'm going to book it to the gym and I'm going to keep working. Now think about that. When you focus on a win and you don't get that win, you can defeat yourself, right? You feel like a failure. You feel it's impossible. You feel you can't do this, right? Those terms that should not even exist in your vocabulary. So don't get stuck on focusing on the wins, your sales, your awards, or your money. Because if you're doing that, you are driven yourself to finding that success is an addiction. And I never thought about that. I never really thought that success can be an addiction, right? We all fall into it. So here's some key points to understand. Here's a key point to understand. You need to make time to enjoy your achievements. You need to make time to enjoy them. It may be great and all, but it won't feel that great if you don't make time to enjoy your achievements. That's a key point to understand. So when you achieve something, are you enjoying it? And what I'm meaning by enjoying it, how is it making your life amazing? Or do you get that award and then you say, okay, I've got the award, I've got to shoot for the next one. Did you even enjoy it? It's like when you go and have a meal, right? You're sitting down at a restaurant, your favorite restaurant. Do you devour that meal immediately, not really tasting it, not really enjoying it? Because your goal was you wanted that meal. It's your favorite meal. You start eating it, but you never really stop to enjoy it. Sometimes with me, it's dessert. I love to eat my dessert first before dinner. That's just my philosophy is, have your dessert first before you eat your dinner, because I want to make sure I have the room in my stomach to enjoy my dessert. So the thing is when I eat my dessert, I enjoy it. I'm not scarfing it down. Now it depends on, there's times if I'm not focused on it, right? If I'm not focused on it, I will just devour it. But when I enjoy a dessert, I take my time and I watch people around me. If I go to a restaurant and watch people, and people get so caught up in this automated process that they just start eating and eating. And I'm like, I wonder if they're even enjoying it. That's what you need to do with your success. You need to enjoy it. Enjoy your achievements, because they may be great and all, but I'll tell you right now, they won't feel great, right? They won't feel great. So have you found yourself in these two categories? I love these because when I read these, and I want to talk about them tonight, when I was doing my reflection before the session tonight, I was really thinking about them. These are called, what are your list of laters? Now, what do I mean by that? Here's an example. I'll invest in that business later. I will take that risk later. I will book that vacation later. And then sometimes those laters become the someday syndrome, right? The someday syndrome. Someday I will genuinely help out other people. Someday I will be able to own that house. Someday I'm going to be able to take that dream exotic vacation with my loved ones and family. Someday. We move from the later list. These things I want to do later, right? Avoid that. If you catch yourself saying, well, I'd like to go to this vacation spot, I'll do that later. Really? Are you going to do it later? Or are you just saying that because you want to give yourself that good sense of feeling? Like, okay, I know what I want to do, but later I'll do it, right? Leads to procrastination, folks. I'm just going to say this, right? And then you find yourself, someday I'm going to have that beautiful house. Someday I'm going to have a thriving business. Someday I'm going to have the best relationship. Someday, right? That's the someday syndrome. The someday syndrome. Here's the thing. Those, you have to live it right now. Don't say, I'm going to book that vacation later. If you know you can book that vacation now, do it now. Live. Because when you do that, clear decision will defeat procrastination. Write that down. Clear decisions will defeat procrastination. You find yourself saying those later list items. You find yourself falling into that someday syndrome. You've got to stop and pause, and you've got to reflect. And you've got to say, okay, why am I saying this? Right? Why am I saying this? Why am I saying and doing it later? Maybe if it's something I can do right now, clear decision. Can I do it right now? Because if I do it right now, guess what? I won't procrastinate. And I won't be saying, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that later. No, do it now. Get up and do it now, right? Count down. Mel Robbins talks about a really good tactic and strategy. When you know you got to do something and you find yourself saying, I'm going to do it later, stop right there and count down like a rocket ship going into space. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up and lift off. And go and do it. Because motivation is a myth. There's whole research about it. Motivation is a myth. It's your willpower that leads you to become motivated. You have to have the spark. Motivation is the logs in a fireplace or a fire pit. Motivation is the logs, all right, in your fireplace or fire pit. Your willpower is the kindling. The willpower is the kindling. You've got to get that small pieces of branches, the kindling, start that. And what happens when you get the kindling going, then you put the bigger logs on it, right? And guess what? You got a roaring fire. That's your motivation. Your motivation is the result of your willpower. All right. Which leads. So you can change the outcome. Too many times I have heard people live their circumstances. Today, my Facebook post talked about that. People allow themselves to be the product of their circumstances, not of their decisions. Are you allowing yourself to be the product of your circumstances? Because if you are, we need to connect. We need to start working on that mindset, because there's something deeper down inside that is telling you, you have to live, because these are the circumstances that happen to you. You have to live this way. No, you don't. No, You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your clear decisions. And that's where you need to live. That's where you need to go. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate the comment. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the show. So the thing about it is clear decisions will get you there. You have to stop that whole idea of later, someday, right? We could write a whole song on that. So I'm going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about a couple of things that lead to that. Head success. Okay, we're talking about the head success versus the heart success. Head success versus the heart success. What's up, Adrian? So here's the thing. This is what head successes are. They are categorized of your achievements, which are your goals, growth, profit, wealth, possessions, vacations. If you find yourself living in that head success, there's going to be no enjoyment, right? There's going to be no enjoyment. You need to shift it from the head success to the heart success. This is how you live an amazing life. Okay, this is how you live an amazing life, is through your heart success. And the heart success is the enjoyment and fulfillment that they bring to your life. Now, let me say that again. Enjoyment and fulfillment that these head successes bring to your life create the heart success. When you get these achievements, when you got that growth, when you've got that profit, when you have that wealth and possessions, are they bringing enjoyment and fulfillment to your life? Because how do they make you feel about yourself? And how do they make you feel about life? Take a moment and think about that. How do your achievements, your wealth, your profit, your successes, your vacations, the things that you own, how do they make you feel? And how do they make you feel about life? Is there enjoyment and fulfillment? Or do you feel that they become a burden? I always find it interesting that when I watch these amazing people who are so successful in all their cars that they own. I mean, really, yes, people would say it would be nice to own a home that has a 5-car garage. I don't want to be in charge of 5 cars. I want to maybe be in charge of 2 cars that run really well. Right? And I'm going to get the car as in my dream, of course, because the thing is, when I have that car, it makes me feel great about who I am, about the hard work that I did. And it makes me feel great about life because it brings fulfillment and enjoyment. Can you imagine having 5 vehicles that you have to pay license plates for? You have to keep insured. I mean, really, let's think about that. I'm okay with 2 cars, one for me and one for my husband. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's probably going to be the car of my dream. But the thing is, why would I want so many? We are so much. The number one business industry, my husband and I were talking about this because I read about this, is the number one industry right now that's like a multi-million to a multi-billion industry are storage units. Why? Why are storage units so thriving? Here's why. Because when we buy new materials, we define ourselves by the possessions, because our success says the more you own, the better off you are, right? I've heard that. The more you own, the better off you are. But then once we buy something, the enjoyment and fulfillment wear off, and we want the newer, more updated product. Now, I do that with my cell phone, but the thing is that I don't keep my old cell phone. I trade that in to get the new one. There's no use for me to keep my old cell phone, right? I mean, really, it's like a computer. If I get a new computer, I sell the other one for someone who can use it, or just give it away because I got a new one, right? Because it brings me fulfillment. I don't need 15 computers. I don't need 15 cell phones in my possession because why? I only want is one. But they bring me enjoyment and fulfillment. Now, here's the thing. Other thing is millionaires. I've read so many stories about men and women who work so hard. When they become a millionaire, they're so afraid to go on vacations, to do the things that bring an amazing life to fruition. They're so afraid to spend it because they have this mindset of lacking. I've been there, right? I've been there with the mindset of lacking. Right now, I'm grateful for what's in my accounts. May not be much, but hey, I've got money. I'm grateful for it. But their mindset is that, oh, I've got to have more. And the more I have, and then guess what? They neglect family. They neglect vacation time. They don't want to. And if, they spend $100,000 out of their account, they start panicking because now they're $100,000 short from what they work and achieved. You know what? It goes to that idea is give and you will receive. It's got to flow. Money doesn't stop with you. Money flows through you. You are the master. Money is your servant. I've heard that many times. I've had to say that. Money is not the master. Money is the servant. You are the master. And that leads to this heart success because it's going to energize you. It's going to influence you, and it's going to connect you. You're going to have some influence. Think about it. If you have this whole business, you have this whole mindset, you have this whole approach of heart success, you are going to make a difference for others in the world because it brings that fulfillment and enjoyment to you. It gives you the energy. It allows you to be very influent, all right? Very influent to others. And you connect with people, networking. You learn new things. You become this prestige, proud, amazing thing. That's the heart success. Don't let your head success, achievements, goals, growth, profits, wealth, vacations, possessions, whatever it is, don't let those control you. You create them to the heart success. Do your heart. If you're making money, don't let the money drive you. The money is your servant. You are the master. The money is going to do what you need it to do. Don't let it tell you what you can do. And that's hard for people because you're probably going to say right now, Coach, you're full of crap. I only have this much money in my account, and you're telling me that this is what I have to do. Well, if that's your mindset, I don't need to tell you anything because you've already made up your mind. You've already made a clear decision what you want to do. But if you're going to say, okay, I hear you loud and clear. I got your point. I'm going to do what I can. Now, I'm not telling you to go broke. I'm not telling you to go into debt. Be smart about that. But here's the thing. Do some fun stuff. So think about it is whatever it is that you choose, you get those degrees, you get those job promotions, you get wherever you're going. Think about it. You need to wake up daily reflecting on that. Is what I'm doing in my life, are my successes bringing fulfillment and enjoyment? Because too many times we will hold on to them like a chain on a ball and chain. We hold on to them because we don't want to release them. If they're not doing you any benefit or any good and giving you and creating you that amazing life, let them go. Break the chain, break the tie, release it. Shake it out in the wind. You don't need it. Don't feel like if I let it go, I'm going to be this person. No, maybe that's going to be some of your freedom. Maybe that'll be some of your freedom. All right. So in ending tonight is this. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Success isn't only what you achieve or possess. It's how you feel about your life. Let me say that quote again. Success isn't only what you achieve or possess. It's how you feel about your life. It goes to that story at the very beginning of tonight's session. That gentleman who was a great successful man, had great wealth, build where he wanted to go, but he wasn't enjoying it. And it took life screaming at him with the illness of his father for him to realize that he needed to start living his life the way it needed to be. Right? And like it says, our past will creep up. We can start this work in process. You and I connect. I can help you through this. But the thing is, it's going to be work. It's not going to be a magic drink or a magic pill or a wand or pencil, whatever you want. All right? It's not going to be that. It's going to take some work. But it all starts right here. It starts with your mindset. So where is your mindset right now? Where is your mindset in all of this? Where is your mindset about the most amazing life that you deserve and you should live? Where is it? So if you would like to receive my free PDF, all right, it's a free PDF. It has 6 steps. It's titled 6 Steps to Begin Living Your Amazing Life. If you want that, All you have to do is type in the comments life, L-I-F-E, life in the comments, and I will forward that to you. It's a free PDF. It's my gift to you for tonight's session. It's got great 6 steps that are going to help you start working. It's going to give you daily things to really focus on. It's going to give you material to really think and set the stage so that you can start creating and living the most amazing life that you deserve. You deserve everything. You were born rich. That's a whole new subject. That's a Bob Proctor book. I've been reading it, and that's where I got the idea about that I am the master and money is my servant, which really, really hit me home. My possessions are just the servants. They are not my masters. I am their masters, right? I always say that, like, when you get the new car, the car is not your master. You are the master of your car. It is your servant. It is a tool that is going to get you from point A to point B. Your cell phone is not your master. You are the master of it. Your cell phone, I love this. Your cell phone is not a toy. It is a tool. And we are making it the toy consuming, right? So the thing about it is I've got a free PDF to share with you. All you got to do is comment life in the comments down below, L-I-F-E, in the comments down below, and I will forward you my free PDF that is called 6 Steps to Begin Living Your Amazing Life. Plain and simple. All right, folks, well, that's going to do it for tonight, and I did forget to do something at the very beginning of the show. I would want to give a shout out to my official sponsor, Sideways Sounds. All right. Pierre Carrillo of Sideways Sounds Studio and Engineering is located in Denver, Colorado. He is a recording studio artist. Man, oh my God, he does phenomenal work. He's worked with some great, amazing, big artist stars as well as local artists. He is phenomenal. Right? He is phenomenal in the work that he does. What I love about Pierre's work at Sideways Sounds Engineering Studios is that the work he does with you, he treats it like it's his very own, which tells me right there, there's heart success there in the work that he does. He treats you like royalty. He makes sure that it is a custom and it's done for you. So if you're looking for a place to do some podcast recording, you need some voiceover work, or you just need an area where you can start working on your musical tracks or whatever it is in the audio world, he's got the high-tech equipment. He's got the most amazing studio, and he is located in Denver, Colorado. You can find him at Sideways Sounds on Instagram as well as Facebook, or you can go to his website, which is sidewayssounds.com. Thank you, Pierre Carrillo and Sideways Sounds, for being our official sponsor of our Tuesday night mindset coaching night. All right, so like I said, again, if you want that free 6 steps to begin living your amazing life PDF, type in the comments life. I will send you that PDF, and it's got some great tools and strategies, great daily activities to help you build that to really get you moving from the head success to the heart success. All right, with that, I am tuning out for the night. Thank you, all of those who tuned in. Thank you for the comments, the love. Share this video out to someone who needs to hear this message. Share it out, folks. Share it out to them so that they need to hear this message, because I can tell you right now, we all and you all deserve to live the most amazing life that you ever could possibly imagine.